Okay, this is the result after 10 hours or 15 hours of painting. Uh, One thing to note is that the Flea Whisperer doesn't have a mini, so this is a question that maybe the story will tell. Here is a Meekling. Uh, it is carrying a crossbow and the arrow is cocked. And I need to do the goggles, so I'm about halfway painting. Uh, he's carrying 2 arrows and he is following the coloring of the enemy cards. This is another Meekling. Again, same thing, just different yeah, cloth, rag. Forgot to do the tail. It's always that problem with painting your own minis. This is what was it called? A gecko, and this was an assassin gecko. He should have been darker blue, but I kind of like it this way because of the contrast. He's carrying 2 scimitars that were gold on the top, and the hilt is in silver. And he is wearing 2 things around his legs. I need to do the eyes. I painted the enemies lighter because they enter the map area from the top, and normally you have the light on the right side. So here's the other one. The circle stand means that it's a leader, so doesn't want to focus. Yes. Okay. So it's the same miniature. One critical mistake I made was the the filing that you need to do, because the minis are well melded together, 2 parts, and there is some kind of welding line visible. Well, nobody's perfect. This is a normal mini. It's another kind of gecko. I'm not sure where they come into the story, because well, even if I knew, it would be spoiling. So as you can see, he has a wooden part of on the back of the gun, and the rest of the gun. The sniper part is kept together on the gun by 2 straps. The miniatures, yeah, it's highly thematic. This gun is not really aligned properly, but that doesn't matter for the geckos. This is the same thing. I need to do the eyes, and the same kind of bracers. And if you look at how they enter the game, this part is a bit lighter than this part, so very subtle. Now, heroes galore. This is I just did the hands, and you can see bottom, but like not sure if my camera can show it. But he is wearing some kind of plate. That should be some kind of metal. I used bronze, Vallejo bronze, and on the sides here the metal strips are kept together, and I wanted to do a gunmetal blue, but it's now too hot again to paint. And also on the back you can see a lot of detail, but I think it will be quite nice once I do the eyes. So that's one. Then there's the other hero. This is a very complicated miniature because it has a lot of parts. The mini, just like the other one, is holding some kind of bag, and he has a lot of strip around that starts here and in nowhere, but he is carrying a quiver of arrows, and what he is holding is not bow necessarily, but it's the tip of a pen, some of the older ink pens, and this part here it's a bit hard to see, but this part should have been turquoise, but the turquoise was sold out, so I have to wait for a week. The goggles are should also be turquoise, and then it will look, and this bracer around his front arm paw should be dark black almost, but I have to do the skins first, and they enter the scene like so. So this part is lighter. Again, third miniature hero. This is, I think, Ringer. I'm not really sure. Ringer also has carrying something, but not a bag, but potions. These two things here should be half filled with green liquid. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. He is holding a gun, and he is also carrying a vest, and I need to do the vest in a different color, of course. Make him lighter. He doesn't have a real tail, or the tail has been broken off, I'm not really sure, but that's the third hero. The fourth hero was a lot of fun to do. Let me take this away for the contrast. This dude is shown up front in the picture, but on his back you see there are 3 feathers, and they are clipped together by security clip, and what he is holding here is also not properly aligned, but slightly bent. This is some kind of yeah, Sharpie or X-Acto knife, and yeah, and he has a golden earring. The gold is actually, I did it with bronze because my gold is dead. Some other meatling. it looks great on camera, but this is far too shallow yellow. I should do this several times over. And the eyes are a bit blurry. The ears need to be done again. And what he's holding is, I'm not really sure, but some kind of pin. And also he's carrying a back pouch. And he has a tail. And he's entering the scene, so I did paint this part whiter than this part. And the thing around here, I'm going to do that also in turquoise, but I'm not really sure where it starts and where it ends. So, next up, same idea. This was a broken tip that I glued together, and then I did some taser tape, so it looks a bit post-apocalyptic now. And yeah, well, same thing, right? Nice coloring, I think. Just basic colors. You can see here that he is having some kind of bracer, so I need to do that in darker color. I have to do the skins and the eyes better. Next up are the dudes with mutations. Well, they look post-apocalyptic, but the dudes here are pretty complicated. First of they have feet that is different, and they have here a strip with iron belts, so it's leather, and here also, and they are all the same, except that these two guys have a gun, so this is a leader because of the round base, and they have some kind of beer trap around the beaks, so I did it with bronze, and they have goggles. I need to do the goggles also. I bought some